Welcome to the Charleston CFO Council. This organization was co-founded in 2015 by Robert Bendetti and Mark Carmichael in order to provide a networking and educational forum for senior financial executives to share best practices, to discuss current financial issues, and to learn about current topics related to the performance of their job.
Bob Reinhold, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Wonderful, Robert. How are you?
I am excited. This is like take 11, and this is going to be the best ever, Bob. This is going to be awesome. And I'm going to introduce you, but I also need the audience to know what day it is, what kind of international celebration we're under, okay? But Bob Reinhold, I got you. I think you are the Assistant Vice President at NFP. Still don't know what NFP means. What does NFP mean, sir?
At one time, it was National Financial Partners, but they don't use that anymore. So they just go by NFP.
Well, I think Bob got your undergraduate in, appropriately maybe, social work from the University of New Haven. Is that correct, sir?
Go Chargers. Correct.
Did you go to Bradford High School in Connecticut?
I went to Bradford High School. That's.
And are you a Boston Red Sox fan?
Major. I have a shrine. I used to have a shrine in Pleasant, but now I'm in a cube, not so much of a shrine, so that my shrine is at home.
Well, Bob, before we get started with the questions, what day is it today? What day do we celebrate?
So today is National Water Balloon Day. Now, Robert, you remember when you'd invite your friends over and you'd get up on the roof or from your bedroom window and drop a balloon on their head. So done this many times as a kid. So it just brings you back to that memory of water balloons. It's good.
Bob, question number one. Let's get into it. What is your favorite business book and why?
Well, I've narrowed it down to three. So my first favorite book is The Daily Stoic. So The Daily Stoic is Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and I read that every morning. It kind of sets my day, and it's about virtues, and it focuses on the philosophy and relationships, right, and how to have relationships and that. The second book is a new one that I recently read is 2 Second Lean by Paul A. Akers. So don't know whether you've heard of him before. So it's about the Toyota and eliminating waste. So during this COVID thing in April, I fell upon him and he gives everything away for free. So I have a app that I can shoot to you to your cell phone or your and you can he's written 4 books. So the first one is 2 Second Lean, and it's about manufacturing, and it's not about spending money, it's about getting creative and looking for a 2-second improvement every day. So do I 2-second improvement in how I load the dishwasher, how I go about my day. It makes me focus on what's essential and become more efficient. He also wrote a book about 2-second health, 2-second mind, banish sloppiness, and these are all on audio, and he gives it all away. And it's COVID. Thank you, COVID, because I would have never found this guy, and it's been a great book for me. And if anybody wants, I can send the app to them so for their phone. And I think he's not like you have to walk over coals and make your life change and that kind of thing. He's just straightforward. And then the last book is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So that's about win-win, right? So we're raised that we want to win at all costs. That's not the way to go about life.
Oof, came with a threefer. Question number 2 is, what is the best advice that you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received, I've received a lot of advice, but this is the best, is my wife, Deborah, told me to quit my job 18 years ago. So I had worked for a company for 20 years, and it was what got me down to Charleston. I was able to transfer here from Connecticut, worked 10 years in Connecticut, transferred here over territory from Savannah to Morehead City. It was like I died and went to heaven. And so as time went on, they kept cutting my commissions. And if you're not going out selling, my wife would come home and I'd say, did you notice I did the laundry? The house is clean. She said, you didn't go to work today. I said, no, I didn't. And she said, you need to get another job.
Question number 3, Bob, and I'm looking for something good, is what is a tool or a habit that you recently picked up that you found beneficial? And talk to us about it.
So with this 2-Second Lean, I listened to his 2-Second Health book, and he went from 200 and something pounds to 158. For his size, that's what he's supposed to be. So I started tracking all my activities. So I always do 10,000 steps, always have. My wife and I walk on Sullivan's Island every morning for an hour. And then I started doing push-ups. So I do 100 push-ups every day. I do 100 sit-ups, and then I do 100 trunk twists. And then that's the new habit that I've added that it's just made my day a lot better.
Ooh, that's good. And especially right now with a health emergency, keeping your body as healthy as it can be is good preventative maintenance. So that's good. That's good for all of us to hear.
Yep.
Question number 4, what is the best part about your current job?
The best part about my current job is relationships. My current ones and new people, new friends I haven't met. To me, relationship, when at the end of the day, when you look at your life and your legacy, it's going to be the relationships you've made in your life that are going to be the difference maker. It's not the house. It's not the physical things. It's the relationships and how people have affected you and how you have affected people.
Amen. Amen. That's awesome. What about something personal that you would be willing to share with the CFO Council that maybe we don't know about you?
So something personal that people don't know about me is I met my daughter before I met my wife. So I was the room dad of the kindergarten at O'Quinn School on James Island, and I knew my daughter, Joanna, before I met my wife. And my son and Joanna were good friends in the kindergarten class, so I went on all the field trips. And then the kindergarten teacher said to me, you know, there's a mom in here I think you'd really like to meet. And I told her I'm not really interested in meeting a mom, but then I ended up meeting her, and then here we are today. And then I adopted Joanna when she was 8 years old.
Wow, that's a super fun story.
Yeah.
Bob, what's a question that I should have asked, but I didn't? And what is your answer to that?
You didn't ask me what my hobbies were. So I have a couple of hobbies, 3 hobbies. First one is boating. I bought my first boat when I was 12 years old with my paper route money. And I've always had a boat, love to boat. It teaches you have to read charts. You have to really be the captain of the ship to pay attention. And then golf. I'm not a great golfer. I've tried to improve. It's individual. And I always have to, my game plan for playing is to stay out of traps, things like that. And then the last is for Christmas one year, my wife gave me improv lessons to Theater 99. And I took level 1, level 2, and I got up to level 3. So level 1 is just the basics, yes and, if someone says something to you, yes and. And the idea with improv is to make the other person look good, make them look great, and always listen. And when you get to level 3, you have to set the scene immediately. So it helps you in your daily activities. You don't want to waste somebody's time. And in improv, when you get into long form and you're doing 3 minutes on stage, it's a long time to be in front of an audience.
Bob, that's good advice. That's good life advice right there. Always with your partner, you want to make them look good and always listen. That's some life advice I could take away right there. And I have found you to live that out. You and NFP are our benefits partners. And I say that partner, I emphasize that. You're like a health, benefits, wellness, altogether advisor and partner. And I do feel like you passed that class, brother. You do make us look good, and you do always listen. So thank you for that. Thank you for doing this. This was awesome. And I hope you have a great day, sir.
You do the same, Robert. Thank you.